Don't hate me, hate what society has made me into. While rather sadistic, this quote from Dansel does clearly reflect the definition that reflected appraisal has. Reflective appraisal is the process in which an individual looks to other individuals and society as a whole and receives the criticism from those and uses that criticism to define themselves and paint a self-portrait. So when I'm asked to pick an individual or an event in my life that has had a significant impact on how I view myself, I have to rather obviously and also rather clichély pick my father because of how significant of an impact he has had on my self-identity. My father's faith had a significant impact on my self-identity, and we can see this through the two main lessons that he imparted to me. The first lesson is that he imparted the wisdom that you need to watch your actions and how the consequences affect not only yourself, but the people around you. My father fell into the category of religion of atheism, in which he did not believe that there was an afterlife. And as a result, he also fit the stereotype in which people put on him that people who fall into the atheist belief don't really care about their actions in this life because they don't believe that there's a consequence in the after. However, my father did not fit this stereotype in the sense that he cared very much about how his actions impacted the people around him. And he told me that the reason he cared about how his actions impacted the people around him, not because that there was consequences in the afterlife, but because he realized that this was his only life. And with that, he wanted to leave a lasting legacy that was a positive one and not a negative one. And he imparted to me that even if you do believe that there is an afterlife, this is the one known chance at consciousness. And as a result, you need to realize as to how your actions negatively and positively affect the people around you. Now, the second piece of advice and lesson that my father passed on to me was the fact that you need to know what you like, and you need to pursue it. My father, I'll never forget this day, sat me down at a kitchen table and asked me, "Son, do you really enjoy playing soccer?" I answered yes. He's like, no. Do you really enjoy it? I answered yes. I asked him why he was asking me these things. And he responded with, you see, if you're not doing what you like, if you're doing something you dislike, even if it does have other benefits such as monetary compensation, you're just not going to be happy. If you're not doing what makes you happy, you're not going to be happy. And he told me, if you're not doing what makes you happy, you're just simply wasting your life. This is an important lesson that I have gone through. So, whether or not I follow my father's same religious beliefs is rather irrelevant. But the two lessons he imparted to me, first being that I watch my actions and the consequences of them for not just myself, but for others people. And the second being is that I need to do what makes me happy or else I'm wasting my life. These lessons have had an impactful moment in my life and have changed how I identify myself. And with this, while we can look back to Dansel's quote of, "Don't hate me, hate what society has made me," we can see that my father has effectively made me a stronger and better person because of how he's affected my self-identity.